Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Thank you to everybody in the chat room already. Thank you very much to nearly 50 people watching live already as well. Who got the new kit then? Who spent money on the new kit? I've got mine. I spent £60 out on that. And what a kit. Very nice. Really, really nice looking kit. Now, all we need is some players to go in the kit. So yeah, can't wait till we get some players unveiled in the new kit. No, I didn't go to the protest for all the people asking. Good afternoon, VP. Good afternoon to everybody in the chat room. I never went to the protest. Turkish knows why. Everybody else knows my thoughts on it. I ain't going through it again. I can't be asked. But yeah, listen, if people want to protest, good luck to them. Hopefully it all works out well for them. So yeah, I understand there was about 40 people, I think Turkish tweeted, about 40 people that went down there, had a little protest, and yeah, they held up the banners and all that, the little signs that it printed up. Thank you for that, Sam. Happy Monday to you, mate. Thank you, Arsenal Wonga. Appreciate that as well, mate. Thank you. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, people can do what they want. If they want to protest, they can protest. If they don't, they don't. If they want to go to the game and watch the game, they can go to the games. If they don't want to go to games, don't go to games. If you want to spend your money on a kit, buy a kit. If you don't, you don't. At the end of the day, it's your money, it's your life. Do what makes you happy, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. Why didn't you go to the protest, mate? I've been through this about 1,000,000 times, so I ain't going through it again. Shane Manolas went to Napoli. Yes, he did. Arsenal Vlog says that Arsenal training kits are amazing. My God, reminds me of the old days. Do you know the only thing I don't like about the kit is the badge, the Arsenal badge. When I think of Adidas and when I think of the old school Adidas kits, I think of the old badge, and the old badge just looks so much classier than this cartoon badge that we've got on there now. Reese says, what do you think about Brahimi? I think that would be a good signing, if I'm being honest, mate. Although the one thing that worries me about him is the fact that he's 29 years old. So no sell-on value, but he is a free signing. So, you know, he's going to come in, he's going to get a nice little tidy payout to start off with, a little signing on fee. He's going to be on decent wages, but we have just basically freed up 400 grand a week. We've got rid of Ospina, Lichtsteiner, we've got rid of Ramsey, we've got rid of Czech, we've got rid of Danny Welbeck. So yeah, we've freed up £400,000 a week, which is why I don't really get the meltdown in our fan base right now. But that's just my opinion. Listen, contracts ended at midnight last night into today. So Aaron Ramsey is now officially a Juventus player. Petr Cech's now officially a Chelsea technical director or whatever it is. So if you add up all the wages we've just freed up at midnight, that goes towards paying our new players. So we've got 400 grand a week to play with. And the 1st of July is the first day of a player's new year of their contract, if that made any sense whatsoever. So yeah, 1st of July, if a player's on a 3-year deal and he's done a year with us, today is the day where he now goes into the 2nd year of his contract. So yeah, like this meltdown from our fans about, oh, we ain't signed anybody. Well, this time last year, we'd only signed Lichtsteiner, who was free, and Leno, who was 20-odd million pounds. The other 3 that we signed, Guendouzi, Socrates, and Lucas Torreira, they all came between the 2nd and the 11th of July. So yeah, next couple of weeks are massive. We need to go and buy some players. Kieran Tierney, where's Tierney? Says Lung Bergkamp. Hopefully having a medical. Who knows? I don't know. I've not got a GPRS on him. But yeah, I see some journalist tweeting out that he went to Austria to do some rehab for his injury, and he was only doing cycling So Celtic flew him back to go to a gym. What, is there no gyms out in Austria or wherever they were? Like, come on, man, seriously, that deal's done. I'll be shocked if that don't go through. I'll be absolutely shocked. You rate Lucas Vasquez, says Ilias. He's all right. He's all right. There's better players out there. For every single person who has joined late asking me about the protest, I have been through it 1,000,001 times. It's boring me, man. It's boring me. Go back to previous streams. I spoke to Turkish on Saturday when we was at the fight. And listen, he asked me to retweet his stuff for him. I retweeted it. I promoted it on here. I retweeted it for him. And that's all I'm saying on it. At the end of the day, he knows how I feel. Everybody who watches my streams on a daily basis knows how I feel. So yeah, I'm not going through it again. Billy Irvin says you're boring. It's not you are boring. It's you are. YOU''RE, mate. So if you're going to try mugging me off, at least spell properly, bruv. Yeah. And by the way, you're watching me. People bullying Heavy D. Do you know what? That guy's harmless, man. I know he comes across as a little bit of a clown at times, but do you know what? He's actually harmless. But yeah, he has been a little bit silly this afternoon. Did you buy the kit? Yes, I did. Ming Yang Tang. I bought the shirt. Yes, I did. It cost me £61. So yeah. Matuidi to Arsenal for 20 million. I'll take him in a heartbeat. What do you think? Says E2. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but not now. Not now, mate. Malcolm to Arsenal, says George Rocker. Yes, I'd take that. I'd take that, mate. Definitely, I think he'd improve us. I think that would be a massive step up. We haven't actually got an official winger. He would be one of them. I think Brahimi on a free, we've instantly improved. We've got 2 wingers. Add in the fact that Iwobi could then play number 10, which is actually his position. He could play on the wings. We could put Reece Nelson on the wing. So we've then got 4 players that can play on the wing. As it stands right now, we've only got 2. So for the sake of £30 million, we get Brahimi and we get Malcolm. All day long, I'll take that. But essentially, we do need a centre-back and a left-back. 2:21 a.m. in Australia. Ben, why are you still up watching me, mate? Go to sleep, man. Would you fight Rance? Says Tommy. Bruv, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, baby. And that guy is a machine. I wouldn't get anywhere near wanting to fight him. That geezer's a good fighter, man. I watched the fight at the weekend. Jesus Christ, mate. The guy's got some power. Yeah, people get deceived because he's only short and that. Yeah, that guy packs a punch. So I'm not a fighter, man. Look at me. I'm 10 stone dripping wet. I ain't no fighter. I'm a lover, baby. Has Mustafi gone yet? Says Mafia Boss. What a quality name. No, he hasn't gone yet. But apparently Fenerbahce are trying to get him on a loan. They can't afford to buy him, but they're trying to get him on a loan for a year with an option to buy at the end of that year. Lee got El Neni on his shirt. Do you know what? I've cocked up before and got Granit Xhaka on my shirt before, James, here. So trust me, I ain't getting no names on the shirt anymore. They're all mercenaries, man. King Brian, thank you for that, my friend. T&E soon. Mate, trust me, I have properly rustled the whole Celtic fan base on Twitter today. They're so hating right now. Listen, at the end of the day, like, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, I know people like me saying that. It is what it is. 20 odd million pounds, that's 1/5 of their annual income. Why wouldn't they take the money? So I don't know, man. Martial to join, says Alicia. I'm not sure he's coming anywhere near Arsenal, but I know Rashford, the English Ahmed Musa, has just signed a 300 grand a week contract with Man United. So that's them fucked for the next 4 years, because that guy has got nothing about him at all. We gave him a career about 3 years ago. Alex Alexander, what do you think about Brahimi? In a heartbeat. The only thing I'll say about Brahimi is he's 29. So he has to hit the ground running quick, because time ain't on his side. And listen, we've got no resale value for the guy. So hopefully he can come in, hit the ground running and do a job. If he doesn't, then we've wasted a big signing on fee. We've wasted half decent wages on him every week. And it'll turn out to be a shit signing. But I think he's a good player. And I think we've seen that over the years. His record at Porto is pretty ridiculous. So yeah, it's a good record. He's got basically a 1 in 2 for goals and assists. Not bad. He's done well in Champions League against the English teams as well. Good player. He's very direct. He's very skillful. He's very powerful. So, yeah, man, he knows where the goal is. I'll take him. Would Brahimi replace Mickey? I bloody hope so, Harvey. Brahimi is a risk. Remember, Faguli at West Ham, says Amir. Do you know what? I think he's better than Faguli, man. And I think Emery's a better manager than they had at the time. So, is Sonny your bodyguard, says Jon Snow. No, Ken's my bodyguard, man. Sonny's one of my bodyguards. When Kenny's not available, I take Sonny everywhere. It's all about that protection, bruv. Good morning. Well, it's evening to me, but good morning, Sergio. Would you sign Celabos? How do you pronounce his name? Thanks for your donation as well, mate. Do you know what? I don't know with him, right? Because he's coming out with all the right chat about, oh yeah, I want to go and have a good season. The Euros are coming, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm not too sure, mate. To be honest with you, I think that listen, Madrid don't really want to get rid of him. He's the golden child out there. He's also the president's golden boy. So I don't know if he comes in and does a job, cool, yeah. But if he don't, then cool. I don't really want him, if I'm being honest. £300 a week for Rashford is stupid. No club will want him if he flopped. Exactly, and that's the problem Man United have got. Alexis Sanchez has set the president on about 400 bags a week. Could Jenkinson still be at Arsenal next season? I bloody hope not, Tommy. I hope not. Should Arsenal invest in the Asian market to find someone like Heung-min Son? I think we've done that with Inamoto, Chu Park. We've done some stupid signings, man. Asano's another one. To be honest, I'd steer clear of there for now. I'll go with tried and tested. Would Arsenal have been a better club without Wenger? Do you know what? There's this little myth going around, yeah, and it's gone around for a long time, right? That, oh, he built the club. He made us global. Well, no, he didn't. Social media, Sky Sports, BT Sport and Champions League made us global. Let's be real. Obviously, he had an impact on that and helped. And obviously, the fact it was winning football and it was fantasy football. But I don't think we would have been better off without him. Not for the first 10 years, maybe the last 10 years, yeah. But to totally dismiss him, listen, I was one of his biggest haters, but I can still sit here and say that, you know, winning the league at White Hart Lane was mad. Going invincible was mad. You know, FA Cup final days, I was there at some of them, mad. But the last sort of 5 to 8 years, maybe, we probably would have been better off without him. In fact, we would have been better off without him. Why do you hate Wenger so much? I don't hate anyone, mate. I just I don't like what he's left our club. The mess he's left it in, him and Gazidis. We don't need Zaha, says Alfie. I agree. Do you think Arsenal will win the Europa League next season, says Kool-Aid Luke. We've got a chance. Listen, a semi-final and a final in the last 2 seasons, we've got a chance, isn't it? So it's a way into the Champions League. I think we've got to take it seriously. That and the Premier League, we've got to take seriously. It's as simple as that. Apparently from Sky Sports, we've made a 40 million offer for Zaha. Well, good luck with that. That's going to be rejected. So yeah, that ain't happening. And to be honest, I don't want him. What happened to Monreal and Jenkinson now, says Louis Van Gaal. not the original, obviously. They're both still at the club, mate. They're both still here. Which signings do you think will help us get Champions League football again? Says Hype Gaming. That's a tough one. We need a centre back and we need a left back. Tierney all day long. We need a centre back that's ready for now. So I think maybe a winger as well, at least one. So maybe them. King Brian, thanks for your donation again, mate. I live in Scotland. Tierney has no ceiling to potential. Mate, the guy is quality, man. He's absolutely class. And the fact that Celtic fans are so pissed off about it, you know, it's just like, listen, at the end of the day, we got pissed off when we were selling all our best players. At the end of the day, Celtic have got to accept that if Arsenal come in for a player of that quality, he's going to go, because Celtic ain't going to reject the money. It's as simple as that. And you know, Tierney, whether he wants to go or not, if the club accept the bid, they're going to tell him straight, you're going. You know, we had it with Adebayor. Adebayor came into training one day and Wenger said to him straight, we've accepted a bid, you're leaving, mate. You're going to Man City. And he was like, no, I don't want to go. He goes, well, you either sit in the reserves or you're going to Man City. So, you know, Celtic are in that position. There's no sentiment in football. There's no loyalty in football. And as much as he's been a fantastic player for Celtic, and Celtic have made him, made him have a comfortable lifestyle in terms of wages and stuff like that. At the end of the day, if we go and bid 20 million, which apparently we have, plus 5 million add-ons, there's no sentiment. It's gone, done. See you later. Whether he wants to go or not, Celtic are accepting the bid. Ta-ta. You either go or we ain't playing you, and they'll put him in a predicament where they say, well, we ain't rejecting it. That's 1/5 of our income. So in the end, it will come. Who would you buy, says Junior Ward. I would buy Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe. But all jokes aside, I think we need a proper centre-back. Listen, this William Saliba's a good player from what I see, but we're going to loan him back. We don't need to do that. We need to go and sign someone now. Napoli had just signed Manolas. I would have took him. I don't know, man. There's a lot of players I'd sign, but I don't know. Why didn't you protest? Because I'm enjoying my summer, mate. And I know how a football club runs. So I'm not going to jump on any bandwagons off of reactionary feelings. Would you take Zagadou, says Christian. I'm not too sure on him, mate. He got spun like a motherfucker by Kingsley Coman, bruv. So I'm not too sure about him. How many times are you going to be asked about the protest tonight, Lee? 50? Probably about 100, mate. Probably about 100. A lot of people join late, so they don't really know that I've answered it a million times. Loki73 says, how long has Emery got? Well, he's still got 1 year left on his contract, and then he's got an option for another year. So, to be honest, I'd give him that extra year right now. Just give a little bit of stability to the club. You know, we've had a lot of changes over the last year. I'd give him that right now. Alex George says, thoughts on Robbie's interview with Turkish on a.f.c. I haven't watched it yet, mate, so I can't give an opinion on it. Nearly 600 people watching live. Please put a like on the video. Not even 100 likes. Not far off 700. I think it's about 700 and something away from 700 and something away from being on 20,000 subscribers, which is pretty damn mad. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed so far. I swear, some of these people, man, they're hilarious. It's like you come and chat absolute bollocks in my chat room. Carry on, I'll just mute you from my channel, mate. Who would you take at right back? Max Aarons from Norwich. He's a good player. £40 million million bid. Everyone's asking me about the 40 million bid. I haven't even seen that we've put a 40 million pound bid in for Zaha, but if that's the case, it's getting rejected pretty damn quick. Love from Serbia. Thank you, Dejan. The Emirates or Highbury, which one was better? Says Central Man Network. Highbury by a million miles. Bring back Lord Bentner. My man's punching up taxi drivers, bro. He's probably in jail again. What do you think of Rafa Benitez? Good manager, mate. Very good manager. I think he can do better than Newcastle. No disrespect to them. But he's a very good manager. Highbury had soul. It did, man. It did. Proper soul, man. That place was mad. I'll never forget going to my first game there. We got slapped 5-2 by Tottenham in Graham Rix's testimonial game. But I still went back because I just loved it, man. I love being live at the game. I just loved the atmosphere, and you know, it was rammed. Tiny little stadium right on top of the pitch. It was sick. Lee doing a great job. Love your live streams. Why didn't we get Godin from Madrid? He went to Inter instead. Too old, mate. Too old for me. Should we get Dani Alves? Not for me. Again, too old. How can we move forward? Do we need the chairman to step up? Says Mark Pryor. I'll tell you how we can move forward, mate. Yeah, we can go and sign some players that can come in and actually defend. That's how we move forward. Our defence has been shaky at best, right? And then you get midfielders that can't bother to track runners. So if we sort our midfield and our defence out, we move forward. Ain't going to cost that much money. You know, it doesn't matter how much you spend. Fulham spent £100 million and potted a manager and then still got relegated. So, and then potted a second manager. So it's not about how much you spend. It's about how wisely you spend and what players you bring in and what players you get rid of. Clock in forever standing was fantastic. I was always North Bank Loki 73. Always North Bank. Still am now. Mike Churishan says, Swiss Ramble's analysis of the club's finance blows Lee's, I think you mean, argument out the water. Arsenal are about to report a loss. Well, it doesn't really blow my argument out of the water. And anyone who understands how a business runs and anyone who's actually read that Swiss Ramble, go to Swiss Ramble on Twitter if you haven't read it. It shows how piss poorly Ivan Gazidis and Arsene Wenger run the club, which they were running the club before the owner rocked up. So he allowed them to do that, didn't he? So yeah, massive fault by allowing them to have full control and do what they want, but letting £250 million worth of footballers walk out of this football club and overpaying a whole squad of bang average bottle jobs for somebody who's apparently only about money as an owner. Well, that's stupid business, isn't it? So if you read the report properly, you wouldn't be saying that. Everyone's telling me 40 million for Zaha. Listen, fuck Zaha, man. Don't want him. Don't want him. Buy players we can make a profit off, says Damien Suku. I agree. Do that, mate. Buy players we can make a profit off of. Guendouzi's perfect because if he has another good season this season, he's worth about £60 million, isn't he? Age, Premier League for 2 seasons, 60 million next summer. Lucas Torreira's another one. If he does it again this season, £70 million. I doubt we've even bid for Zaha. Yeah, I agree, Jamie. Mujib Ahmed, happy birthday to you, my friend. Aubameyang's not going to Man United, Daniel. I'm pretty confident of that. Nearly 650 people watching live. I'm going to do about another 5 minutes of this, and then I'm going to get myself out of it. I've actually been sat in since 1 o'clock waiting for some guy to come and fit smart meters into my house, and he still ain't here yet. Sky have confirmed the bid, says Jamie. And a lot of people are saying that Sky have confirmed the Zaha bid. Listen, Sky Sports ain't got a fucking clue what they're talking about half the time. Do you know what I'm saying? All last week they were saying, oh, they expect Arsenal to go in for a bid. They expect us to do this. They expect us to do that. Listen, all the stories that are coming out are saying that Palace want 80 to 100 million pounds, and then we've bid 40 million. So come on, man, seriously, we ain't bid for Zaha. We don't want him. He might want us. I'm not sure we want him. If it is true, what a piss take offer. Yeah, typical Arsenal, man. But you know what? A lot of people don't understand how negotiations work, mate. You know, at the end of the day, if your house is valued at 250 grand and somebody comes around and then views your house, yeah, and goes, yeah, I'll give you 200 grand for it. You'll go, nah, I ain't accepting that. Yeah. You go into a BMW garage and there's a car valued at 30 grand, something to forecourt, a nice little BMW 1 Series M Sport, 30 grand. You go in and say, yeah, I want that car outside. I ain't paying 30 grand for it. Yeah, I'll give you 24 grand for it. Yeah, and then eventually you negotiate and negotiate and negotiate. People are so impatient and just go, yeah, pay the money, just pay the money. You know, I paid 25 million for Tierney. Well, if you do that 4 or 5 times and you've saved yourself 5 million a time, you can buy another player, innit? So it's all well and good saying, yeah, just pay the money. And I know it's not our money, so it's great. Well, technically it is our money. But at the end of the day, a 25 million pound player, if you can get 4 of them for 20 million pounds, you free up another 25 million or 20 million pounds to go and buy a 5th player, didn't you? You know, Zaha is not worth 100 million pounds. He's worth 40 million at best. He ain't that great. Ain't that great. There's so many players better than this guy. Zaha is a good player in a bad side. Absolutely spot on, Prafap Kale. Absolutely spot on. The geezer is an absolute show pony. Don't want him. Chadwick Moffat says, AFTV pool party. Claude and you splashing around. Also, who's the best ever Arsenal player? Henri, Bergkamp or Vieira? I ain't getting in no pool with anyone. But thanks for your donation, my friend. Appreciate that. And in answer to the question, for me, it's always Dennis Bergkamp, man. Absolute genius of a footballer. I loved him. And listen, don't get me wrong, the other two are absolute ballers, man. But for me, Bergkamp just had pure class about him, man. And he was probably the last genuinely world-class player we signed. And that was how long ago? There you go. Martinelli will be announced this week, hopefully. We should buy some magic beans and a genie lamp. Zaha is playing well right now in the African Cup of Nations. Well, good luck to him. Listen, I don't want him anywhere near Arsenal. I think there's better players out there. Is Emery under massive pressure to deliver top 4 this season, says Dylan? That's a good question, right? Because we heard Raul and Vinay talking about, you know, the target was top 4. Well, if the target was top 4, then why ain't he been sacked? Because he didn't achieve the target, did he? So was the target top 4 or was that just lip service? So if the target's top 4 this season and he don't get it, is he getting sacked? Who knows? I don't know. Listen, I wouldn't sack him. I'd keep him for another 2 seasons at least, see how he gets on, get rid of overhauling this squad and replacing them. But I don't know, there's a lot of people that are impatient. They don't want to wait anymore. You know, I wanted the previous manager gone for 7, 8 years. He's gone, so I'm enjoying football again. whether that be Emery in charge, Allegri in charge, it could have been fucking Sean Dyche in charge. He would have got a chance with me because I just didn't want the previous manager here. He's now gone. There's reports all going around about 40 million budget. Well, we'll see at the end of this transfer window how much budget we actually had. Kyriakos says, if we do get Zaha, there will be plenty of Arsenal shirts with his name on the back. There will. Listen, if we get him and he comes in and he does well, I ain't going to be pissed off, am I? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be over the moon with it. But I just think he's massively overrated. Massively overrated. This was his best ever season for goals and assists in the Premier League. So, you know, and half of his assists are where he's diving around like a fucking bellend, trying to get penalties. Do you think we'll fail to get top four, win the Europa League? Laka and Aubameyang will leave. P.S. Where's Mr. VP Stellafund? Listen, VP's probably chilling, man, and good luck to him. I hope he is chilling. He lives in a nice part of America, which has been blown apart in recent weeks by hurricanes or tornadoes or whatever it was. So, listen, I'm sure there's a clean-up operation out there. So let him be, man. But thanks for your donation. And listen, Aubameyang and Lacazette's a weird one. I think that if we don't get top four Europa League this season, I think Laka will go. I don't think Aubameyang will go, but I do think Laka will go. Aubameyang's coming towards the end of his career. He's 30 years old. Couple of years left on his contract. He might go, he might run his contract down, but if he does, he'll be 32. On the other hand, Lacazette's a lot younger. He could say, sod it, I'm leaving, and good luck to him. Listen, at the end of the day, none of these players are indisposable, right? They every single one of them players, apart from Willock and the Iwobi that walked off the pitch against Chelsea a couple of weeks back, a month or so ago, every single one of them should hang their fucking heads in shame. Yeah, apart from Joe Willock and Alex Iwobi, who actually tried and actually gave a toss the whole game. And Petr Cech, but he ain't an Arsenal player anymore. Yeah, the rest of them were a fucking disgrace to the shirt that night. And that includes Aubameyang and that includes Lacazette. And listen, Lacazette, I rate him above any player in the squad. Yeah, but I ain't going to sit here and pretend he's fucking amazing every week because he ain't. The same with Aubameyang. Just finished work, perfect time to catch you on stream. Zaha 40 million budget. It's definitely more than the papers reckon it is. Well, if we're bidding £40 million for him, we've got more than £40 million to spend, didn't we? Would you get David Moyes as Zaha doesn't come? Yeah, I don't think David Moyes is sending Zaha Christmas cards every year after he slapped his daughter about a little bit in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Pum pum. Who remembers that video from a.f.c? There's plenty of time for pum pum. Iwobi needs to be played at number 10, says Ross. I agree, mate. Wasted out on the wing. I think he's been put out on the wing just to sort of try and learn a little bit. But I do think he'll be played more centrally this season. Right, I'm going to get myself out of here. Thank you to 650 people still watching. Please put a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Onwards to 20k, about 700 short of that right now. Madness in 7 months. So thank you very much. Thank you to everyone donated and everyone in the chat. So yeah, I'll be back at 9 o'clock. Who knows? We might have signed a player by then. We might be parading the new player around in the kit. Wishful thinking, fingers crossed. Anyway, I'll see you all at 9. Laters, peeps.